Hello, I'm here today to talk about mental health issues, especially to debunk a few myths about mental health. The Economic Times published an article last year with some very alarming facts. It reported the statistics by the World Health Organization, which predicted that in the year 2020, which is this year, 20% of India's population will have will suffer from some kind of mental disorder. Considering the fact that India has a large population, these are indeed very, very alarming numbers. Unfortunately, the mental health awareness situation in India is still in a very, is still a state of infancy. Many of us are not aware that we ourselves or a loved one may be suffering from a mental health issue. Even when awareness sets in, the first instinct is that of denial. Secondly, we may be very hesitant to seek professional help. Under these circumstances, there are thousands and millions of people suffering from mental health illnesses needlessly in silence. Let us now take a look at some of the myths that I wish to debunk today. The first myth would be that mental health illnesses are caused due to personal weaknesses. This is the first myth which needs to be debunked. Very often we hear from people make comments about someone who's suffering from a mental health issue, that this person is emotionally weak, that this person, has less resilience, low stress tolerance, and these are basically. So we are trying to say that this person is has a personal weakness. But the fact is that many of these conditions are caused by a combination of genetic, biological, psychological, and environmental factors, not a personal weakness or a character defect. For example, if there's someone suffering from depression right now, the environment because the environmental factor would be the pandemic, and maybe that one of the parents has suffering from depression, and that's a genetic factor, and maybe also the person has recently lost a job, and that's a psychological trauma. So if this person is suffering from depression, it would be because of a combination of all these three factors: genetic, psychological, and environmental, not because of a personal weakness or a character defect. Also, the second myth is having a mental illness means you are crazy, a psycho. This is one of my pet peeves. Very often I hear people make a joke about someone whom they suspect is suffering from mental disorder. They'll say things like, this person's crazy, he's a psycho, he needs to be locked up in a mental hospital. The fact is that having a mental illness means that you're vulnerable. It means you have an illness with challenging symptoms, the same as someone with any other physical illness. Myth number three: people with mental illness are faking it or doing it for attention. The fact is that this is comparable to believing that someone with cancer or asthma is seeking attention. Myth four: people with mental illness are violent and unpredictable. The fact is that this is often how people with mental health issues are portrayed in the movies. And these are the behaviors that society notices and often attributes to mental illness. Actually, very often what happens is that people with mental illnesses are themselves victims of violence. Myth 5: medication is always the answer and therapy is a waste of time. Medication, of course, is extremely important for relieving symptoms of people suffering from psychological problems, but therapy also has its place. Therapy often addresses the underlying cause of mental illness. For example, if someone is suffering from generalized anxiety disorder, it's very important for that person to understand the triggers that cause him anxiety. It's important that the person can identify what are the cognitive distortions, the irrational beliefs, and some of the dysfunctional coping mechanisms that the person has been using. And the therapist will then help him replace the faulty behavior, the negative behavior with positive ones. So therapy is, of course, very useful. Related to that, psychiatric medications are very harmful. Another falsehood, another myth. Medication is a must for many mental illnesses. And there are many illnesses, for example, how a diabetic definitely needs to use insulin if the diabetes is very severe. Similarly, for psychiatric illnesses as well. And for some illnesses, they just need medication to kind of, ease some of the symptoms and help them have a better quality of life. So regular therapy combined with medication can greatly improve one's quality of life. Myth 7. Seeking help for mental illness will lead to being ostracized and make symptoms worse. The fact is that when you do have the strength to open up to someone else, you're working to alleviate the stigma, increase awareness, empower yourself, grow as a person, and promote understanding of mental health. Very recently, I think just last year or so, Deepika Padukone had come out sharing her experience of depression. This kind of openness that a celebrity has really helped increase the awareness of mental health. Many people look up to celebrities for inspiration, and when they feel that someone as successful as her would deal with depression and come out stronger and better after it is very helpful for society at large. Myth 8. People with mental illness can be identified easily. The fact is that mental illness often is something that we do not see. Mental health often is invisible. It's possible that the life of the party is suffering from depression. Your very friendly neighbor is struggling with OCD. Very often people mask the fact that they're struggling with mental illness problems because of fear of ostracization, fear that people will not understand what they're going through, fear that people will laugh at them, fear that it will affect them, that the stigma attached to the entire family, that there is someone in this family with a mental health problem. Just like how in today's day there's a stigma attached to COVID, similarly there's been an issue, a stigma attached to mental health problems. So unless and until we, as a society, unless and until we stop, we take active steps to remove the stigma which surrounds mental health, many people are going to be suffering needlessly. So now that we have kind of tried to identify the popular myths and try to understand, that these myths are absolutely not a fact at all, I would request all of you to make a few commitments to yourself. First, I'll never ever judge anyone who's suffering from mental illness, leave or don't make light of the issue. I understand that the reasons for mental illness are complex in nature. Any one of us could be susceptible. In fact, it's very important to know that any one of us at any time would suffer from any mental illness. Another resolve for us to make, I'll never allow anyone to crack jokes about mental illness. I will understand and respect the fact that mental illness is an illness like any other physical illness. I understand that mental illness has several forms, violent behavior being just one rare form. I appreciate the role of both medications and therapy in assisting people suffering from mental illnesses. I believe that there is no stigma attached to seeking help for mental health related issues. I will also ensure that I will encourage others to seek help. It is possible that someone I know is suffering from mental illness and I'm unaware. I will try to be more sympathetic and sensitive, empathetic. Let's all help in making the world a better place for all of us. Thank you very much.